What up, world? Welcome to the Brandon Janeau Show. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. Brandon Janeau Show. Social media platforms, Instagram and Threads. Real Brandon Janeau Show. That's real Brandon Janeau Show. Uh, Facebook, the Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Go follow me on all those social media platforms. I would appreciate it if you did. Really, where you go though? Is the YouTube channel, man. Brandon Janeau Show YouTube channel. Go comment, go subscribe, comment, like the vids, like the shots. It all helps in the algorithm if you do. Shout out to all them subscribers, by the way. Appreciate you guys. Uh, appreciate you guys for real, for real. Thank you all for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that's also been downloading the podcast. I mean, this is the most downloads I ever had. I'll talk about that later on this week, but yeah, man, I'll probably have to do a podcast episode on that. But appreciate you. The month of June has been nuts. I think it just had an explosion the last couple of days and weeks. So clearly y'all been listening. In different countries, different cities. Appreciate you guys deeply. This is wrestling life. Last night I did Night of Champions, the main roster of WWE. Well, tonight it is NXT's turn. This is the rate and review show of the Great American Bash 2026. Um, the first PLE on actual television, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of pretty interesting. I wanted to see how this is going to look. This is pretty dope. This was on the CW. Um, and this is pretty dope. The entire PLE was on the CW, which was dope. You didn't have to go anywhere. You didn't have to do anything. You got the CW. It was basically on basic TV. If you got the CW, I mean, everybody's pretty much got the CW. So it was pretty cool to just sit back and just watch this PLE. What was it, like seven? I want to say seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yes, seven matches on the card tonight on NXT's Great American Bash. Yesterday we had six, which is probably like one of the most that B level pay per view have had on the since maybe Triple H took over. But yeah. Anyway, anyway, if you do not know how I do my rate review show, I talk about my least favorite match up until my most favorite match of the night. Like I said, it's got seven. Uh, I rarely give a match a 1 star. I mean, it's got to be literally the worst match I've ever seen in my life. Like, just no rhyme, no reason. Just a lot of just fuck ups during the match. It's got to be a lot of shit. But I rarely give a match a one. I mean, I think I've given a couple of matches ones on this. I'm not gonna act like I haven't. I've definitely given out ones, 1.5s and shit. I've had some woo matches. Like, oh my god, matches. When you do something like this, sometimes it's gonna run and you're gonna run into that at some point. Um, but it's rare. It's really rare to have a 1 star match on here. But if I have more than five, if I have more than two 5 star, more than one 5 star match, I will break down my most favorite match. I will break down the matches, and then I talk about my favorite match of the night. Crown one of those 5 star matches, my match of the night, which I have two. I have two 5 star matches, and I'm still trying to debate which one is going to be the 5 star, the match of the night. I have no idea, but I will get to that in a minute. But let's kick this off, man. My least favorite match of the night. It is Shiloh Hill versus Tristan Angels. I gave this 2.5. I could bump it down to really two. I had no interest in this match. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it in Shiloh Hill. I think the only reason why he's even getting the push that he's getting is because the Undertaker, who is one of the greatest characters of all time, the Undertaker's super high on this kid. I don't fucking see it. I think I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't get his gimmick. Like I don't understand his character. I don't like they tried to like make it seem like he was like this. Right now that I got them in, they got him in some like this weird ass. You know what it reminds me of? Damian Priest. If you really was watching wrestling during like the 2019, 2020 times, where Damian Priest was kind of like having this alter ego shit going on, where like he'll come out and he'd be a good guy, then he'll leave and do some heel shit. That's basically what he is. Like it's like he replaces, he moves his tooth out of his mouth, and then he turns into some fucking maniac. It's like what the fuck is this? Like I don't get him. I don't get it. I'm just not a fan of him. I saw him at LFG, and I'm like, I listen, Undertaker. I get why you like the kid, but it's just I don't have that energy for the kid. I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't see it. There's probably people when I post this and put this out, there's gonna be like I'm crazy and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I don't fucking get it. I don't understand this character. Like I'm trying to get into this kid. I'm trying to like watch him. Maybe he grows on me, but it just isn't there right now. I don't see what the fuck the attraction is. They're trying to push him. They're trying to give him all of these points where he can kind of get going. It just I don't fucking get it, dude. And I was kind of looking forward to seeing what Tristan Angels would do tonight, but it just felt like they just was so hell bent. They're just so hell bent on making Shallow Hill just this unstoppable fucking guy. And it's just and when you kind of give me that energy, I'm just like I'm very out on this match already. It really just didn't make sense to have this. I didn't care about this match. I didn't care about it coming in. I damn sure didn't care about it leaving out. I didn't care about it. I feel like they're just trying to force Shallow Hill into a situation I don't think he's ever really gonna live the fuck up to. I think his character's too fucking Vince McMahon. Like it's too Vince McMahon. Like it's like it feels like Vince McMahon will love Shallow Hill. That's kind of why I don't like him. Because he just doesn't have a fucking like it just doesn't feel organic. It feels like he's trying to do something. That creepy ass laugh, like that shit made me laugh Tuesday when he fucking started doing that laugh. I bust out fucking laughing. And I'm like, this is supposed to be what, a threat? Like, is this the fucking guy that's supposed to be? I'm supposed to be to scare you? What the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't. I was looking forward to seeing what Tristan was gonna do, but they basically just fed him to fucking Shallow Hill tonight. It wasn't even a match. I mean, he had his offense here and there, but this was about trying to get Shallow Hill this big ass moment, and he wins on a PLE. That's really what the fuck this was. I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. You could have gave that spot. You really could have gave that spot to Keanu Carver and EK Proxter. You could have gave that shit to them, man. Like this did not need to be on the PLE. It really fucking didn't. This could have been a fucking Tuesday night match. We could have had that match be Tuesday. You could have had Keanu Carver and EK Proxper actually have a genuine fucking match, and it was actually a fucking good match. This shit just did not need to be on the PLE. It just did not need. Like I said, you're trying to make him to this thing that you can. I just don't get it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I just don't fucking see it, man. I get it. You can push Shallow Hill all you want, but I just don't fucking see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't fucking see it, dude. I give it a 2.5. Really, it's like two. I'll be honest. It's really like 1.5. I didn't give a fuck about this match. Like it was. They gave it an extra time. They went under the. I would say the under the apron, under the ring spot was pretty fucking cool. That's probably why I gave it the 2 stars because outside of that, I didn't give a fuck about this match. Like I didn't give a. You fighting over what a fucking Mr. NXT? Like what are we doing, bro? Like yeah, I didn't. I had no interest in this match going in. I had no interest in this match coming the fuck out. I am not a fan of this dude. I'm just not a fan of Shallow Hill. I just don't get it. Like you're forcing something that I just don't see. Like I said, maybe it grows on me in a couple of weeks or months or years. But if we talking about right the fuck now, no. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't see it. So two. I gave it 2.5. I gave it really 2 stars. I give it 2 stars. It really was not a. Yeah, this shit should not even. This shit shouldn't even have been on the PLE. I'm gonna be honest. It shouldn't even have been on NXT. It shouldn't even have been on the show. This shit could have been really on NXT. You could have had this be one of the matches of the key matches for Tuesday, and it would have been perfect. But yeah, this was a waste of time. This was a straight up. I was trying. This is a straight up bathroom break. Like this is a straight up bathroom break match. So yeah, 2.5, but I really give it 2. All right, my next match. I gave it 3.5 stars. I keep it at 3.5 stars. Um, Ren St. Clair versus Ariana Grace for the WWE Women's Speed Championship. I get it 3.5 stars. The women showed out tonight, man. I give them that. The speed title matches are 5 minutes. It's a little it's a little easier to digest than the 3 minutes I think they get on the actual speed shows. The speed matches I should say. 3.5 stars is not bad for these women. They went out there and actually had a really good match of 5 minutes. It was pretty good. It was a pretty decent match. It's nothing like the other two matches of the women tonight, but you only have 5 minutes. I will say this, man. NXT's women's division is the best damn division that WWE's ever fucking had. And I'm not just saying that for like the now. I'm talking about like since NXT has become a brand from Bailey, Sasha Banks, Asuka, Amber Moon. I mean, the women that have come through NXT is insane. I'm talking about literally women that are now fixtures in the game today in all different companies. Like it's not just WWE. Amber Moon, Athena, who's in fucking Ring of Honor, who's fucking the longest reigning champion still. She said, still in fucking professional wrestling. Mercedes Monet, Sasha Banks, running shit. Hell, Tony Storm, NXT, Rhea Ripley, NXT. It's like, bro, you even these new women. It's like this shit is a different caliber, bro. Like the NXT women's division has been great for damn near a decade plus. Like this shit's insane. Like they produce stars like a motherfucker. Like you might get a jewel or two out the men. It's like damn near every woman that comes out of NXT. They fucking hit. They might not hit in WWE, but they will hit eventually in fucking wrestling. So for 5 minutes to see Ren St. Clair and Ariana Grace go out there and do what they did, it was not a bad fucking match. It was a good fucking match. In the sea of what the women's wrestling was on this card, again, the women's wrestling stands out the most every time you watch NXT because they just fucking kill. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I thought this match was good. 5 minutes, they went out there, handled their business, did what they needed to do. I give it 3.5. I give it 3.5 stars because I think if it was a longer match, maybe like 10 minutes, I think it would have. I probably would have bumped it up to like 4.5, 5, because it was intriguing. It was a good match. So yeah, the next match, it's also 3.5 stars. uh, and that's Miles Bourne versus Tavion Heights, 3.5 stars. NXT North American Championship. I am a fan of Tavion Heights. Not so much of Miles Bourne, but I'm a fan of Tavion Heights. I think Tavion Heights should have been pushed first over Miles Bourne. out of the NQC. I thought Tavion Heights should have been pushed first. I get why Miles Bourne probably got pushed first. Baby Arden, who he's with in real life, I get it. That's not act like. That's not pretend like being with who you're with in company eyes isn't a real fucking thing, because it is. Let's not act like Miles Bourne dating Stephanie Vicur is not the reason why he's also getting the push that he gets. Let's not pretend, because it's fucking real. So I think Tavion Heights should have been pushed first. But it is what it is. They gave it to Miles Bourne. Like I said, the Baby Arden shit, him dating Stephanie, I think it was all just all of it was a coincidence. All of it happened at the same time, and he got the push that he got. The last time I saw Miles really wrestle was Johnny Gargano, one of the greatest NXT wrestlers of all time. This match was alright. I mean, it was, if you're comparing it to the other North American Championship match on the card, this shit was alright. Like, it was like what those women did in that match compared to this, you'd be like, yeah, this shit is, like I always say, sometimes it's not night and day. Sometimes it's night and fucking universes. Like, it's like night and Marvelverse. Like, it's like, woo, this shit different. This shit is really different. Like, it's like, woo. This was a okay match. Like, it wasn't. I thought it would be a little bit more. I don't know what. I don't know what the fuck this was. I thought it was a. It was decent for two guys that know each other. I don't know if this was complications or what the fuck might have happened, but it just it felt like it never got out the gates. And I don't know how to frame it better than that. It just felt like it never got out the gates. It felt like it just was. It felt like they were trying to be too aggressive to try to make it a little bit more brutal, like the NXT Women's Title match, the NXT North American Women's Title match was. But they just didn't. It just didn't hit as hard. After we saw what the women did, it was kind of like, bro, what the fuck can y'all really do? It's just like, what could you really do, bro? And that's kind of what I think they just had a hard situation. Like, they couldn't follow that shit up. Like, they couldn't follow that up. They couldn't follow it up. And that's the thing, bro. And then you're like right before the main event when we know those two women about to go out there and put on a banger. It was, I think it was good thing it was given time, which is the one thing about NXT that I will always say, man. They put that shit on. They had the split screen. You did not miss the action. They had their commercials, but you did not miss a goddamn bit of the action. I respect the fuck out of them for that. Because Lord knows, WWE main roster, these niggas here, bro. You just put your head down and be like, these niggas here, bro. But these fucking commercials, Lord have mercy. That's why I don't even watch Monday Night Raw and SmackDown no more. Fucking commercials be too fucking long, bro. Like, you be getting ready to watch a match and you be like, man, this shit here. At least with NXT, you gave us the entrance. You gave us the beginning of the match. You gave us at least a good 5-10, 5-8 minutes of the match, and then you went to a commercial. Cool. I'm cool with that. Give me something. Don't just commercial. The entrance comes out. You give me 3 minutes and then a fucking commercial. It's like, what the fuck just happened? This match was decent. It wasn't super crazy. To be honest, I wish I would have now switched the Ren Sinclair and Ariana Grace for this. Actually, I will say that. Yeah, I actually will put the women in front of them. I think the women's match was way better. Like I said, it was only 5 fucking minutes. They only gave them 5 minutes to get their shit right, and they did it better than they did. To be honest with you, so yeah. My next match, I get it 4 stars. I keep it at 4 stars. And that's Deion Lennox versus Saquon Sugars. 4 stars. Saquon got a hard ass entrance. That fucking entrance tonight, I like, yo, that bitch a banger. I like when they get to the main roster, they gonna fuck that up. Obviously, they gonna fuck his entrance all the way up. It's too NXT. Like, it's too. I don't know how to say it or word it. Like, you know what I mean. Like it's too NXT. It's too fuck it. It's too urban. It's too fuck it. I was trying to be like polite and be like, yeah, man, you understand? No, nigga, it's too urban. Nigga, it's too urban. Nigga, like that bitch hard. That's a hard ass entrance, my nigga. Like that's so hard. I tried to change the Javon or Trick. Trick shit just is too perfect. Obas too. They just fit each other. If I had anybody's gonna get their entrance changed, it's probably gonna be Javon. I think Javon's the one that's gonna get his entrance changed. Why? Because they just don't know how to fucking make. Something's gonna happen, and they're gonna be like, "We have to change the entrance." It's like, for fucking what reason? Why? Um, but yeah, man, I'm. This match was good. I give it 4 stars. Um, kind of the same problem I have with the Tavion and Miles Bourne fight, but the difference was, I felt like, really to be honest with you, the match was good. The finish kind of fucked up the match because it felt like Saquon was going for like a move, and like Deion just fell out his arms, and it was just like, oh fuck it, I just go to the finish. And so when he hit it, it was like okay, it's over. Like it was like all that, and that was the ending. I, that's what fucked up the match for me a little bit. It was just like I give it 4 stars. It could have been more, but that ending kind of was just like, all right, I guess. Like it just yeah, that kind of fucked up the yeah, that kind of fucked up a little bit for me. But the match was good. Don't get it twisted. This was a really good fucking match. Like this was a really good match. Um, yeah, I thought it was a good match. That was a good match. It was stupid to have the fucking. It was kind of stupid to have Dark State come out and like, pretending they're injured, just to then later on beat up Saquon Sugars afterwards. It was kind of like, bro, you could have just did that shit to help Deion Lennox win the match. Would I prefer Deion Lennox to win this match? Not really. But if he did, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. They thought they were hurt and they found out that they really fucking weren't hurt. Cool. But then you did it after the match. It was like, so what the fuck are we doing? I don't understand that. But anyway, I thought this was a good match. 4 stars. Give it 4 stars. This is one of those matches that actually the timing being given a little bit longer time, it actually helped them. So yeah. Next match. Give it 4.5 stars. That's the opening match. Tony D'Angelo versus I'm gonna fuck his name up. I don't even want to say his name. I'm gonna fuck his name up. Formerly known as Evil in New Japan. Just say it like that. Formerly known as Evil in New Japan. I get it 4.5 stars. The start of this match was insane. I mean, my God, this match was insane. The start of it was insane. Motherfucker speared him through the goddamn NXT shit. He speared his ass like the first 2-3 minutes. Like it was just like boom, right out the gate. It was like whoa. That was pretty cool. That was a great start. And it just kept going. I mean, it was a great match. It was an incredible fight. I thought the title match was incredible. I saw a lot of people being like, obviously, because we live in this fucking world we live in nowadays. Because we live in this world we live in nowadays, people complain about every fucking thing. So we didn't even see what the fucking rest of the match is gonna be. People immediately was like, and this is the opening match. This should have been the main event. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. This was a good fucking opener though. This was an incredible open. I'm happy they actually opened it with this match. Now looking at the entire pay-per-view or the card and the matches that came on after it, I think it would if this would have been the main event, I think we probably would have left Great American Bash with a little bit like, yeah, that was cool. But that main event, that match between Lola and Kendall was way better than just incredible. And then of course that Tatum and Zarya match was just like, fuck. And you had some decent matches on the card. So for this to be the main event, I don't get it. So yeah, I thought this was a good opener, a really good opener. I don't know what you do with Tony D'Angelo, and I've said this numerous times about him in the NXT title. I don't know what you do with Tony D'Angelo. Like, I like Tony D'Angelo more than most, probably. uh, I like the new character. I like the new character that he is, but I feel like, God, are they gonna have Shallow Hill beat fucking Tony D'Angelo and take the belt from him? Ah, God, I think that's the plan. I hope not. That's a stupid fucking plan. Um, I can see it. I'm not gonna act like I can't. I can fucking see it. Um, but this was a good match. This was an incredible match. This was really good. Uh, formerly known as Evil. I can't say that man's name for shit. I'm not gonna fuck that name up. I gotta hear it a couple more times before I start saying that man's name with regularity on my fucking podcast. I'm not about to do it. But yeah, man, I think he's got something. Of course, obviously, killing the way he killed in New Japan for years. Yeah, man. I don't know how long he's gonna stay in NXT though. Of course, obviously, with his wife being one of the best fucking wrestlers in the world, Io Sky. I don't know how long he's gonna be in NXT. I just don't see it. Now, could WWE fuck that up and basically put him on the main roster a little bit too soon? Yes. Yes, they can. They can definitely fuck that up. Because where he gets placed is going to be very important. Not just because of obviously his marriage with Io Sky, but also because where he goes is going to determine what the fuck you do with him moving forward. Is he going to be like Shinsuke, where he came in hot as fuck and won the Royal Rumble, and then you had him lose at WrestleMania? Or are you going to actually give him an Oscar too? Oscar won the Royal Rumble, and then you had her lose at WrestleMania. It's like, the fuck are you doing? How long is he going to be in NXT? Where does he get moved when he does get moved up to the main roster? That's going to be very important to his character moving forward because he can't just go to the NXT. He can't just go up to the main roster and you have no plan in place. Like that's the fucking that is it. That is WWE to the fucking T now. You move people up and you have no fucking plan in place. You don't really know what the fuck to do with these people. You just bring them on the main roster just because you don't want them in NXT. That's shit Vince used to do. That's the shit Vince used to do. Vince used to bring people up from NXT and have not a goddamn plan for them. Just used to move them up and have not a fucking plan for them. Yeah, they gotta stop doing that shit. They gotta stop doing that shit. Um, but this match was good, man. It was an incredible opener. I loved it. It was great. Can't get mad at it. Yeah, I got two 5-star matches. I got two 5-star matches. Both are incredible, incredible matches. Obviously, showing the highlight of the NXT women's division, like obviously. So here we go, man. My my first 5-star match. Just barely missing the match of the night for me. That is Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray for the NXT Women's Championship. This was the main event, and this is my first 5-star match. Shit, I'm be honest, man. It's my show. I can fucking do what I want. This is co-main event. This is co. I got two 5-star matches, and both of them are match of the night to me. They're co-match of the night, but two different reasons though. So I'll talk about the Kendall Gray and Lola Vice match first. The reason why I'm going with Kendall Gray and Lola Vice first, even though it's match of the night to me too, I feel like this was completely different than Zaria and Tatum Paxley. Zarya and Tatum Paxley was more aggressive. It was more physical. It was more brutal. It was more of a physically brutal women's match. That I mean, the best thing you could have asked for those two women. They are the antithesis of what brutal women's wrestling can be in WWE if you do it properly. Lola Vice and Kendall Gray is the antithesis of technical wrestling in women's wrestling for WWE moving forward. If you can do it perfect, if you can do it right, this is what the main roster is missing. Both of these matches is what the main roster is missing because you show two different sides of the women's wrestling that you can get if you do it properly. If you actually let this shit play out. The reason why we praise Io and Rhea, or Io, Rhea, and Bianca, or Io, Rhea and Charlotte, or Asuka and Io, is because there's a sense of like urgency, but it's also a sense of like grit and fight and fucking care in this shit. The main roster has lost that shit. I don't know what the fuck has happened. They just lost it. It's just about fucking commercials and ads and sponsorships. If you just let the fucking people just go out there and fucking perform, you wouldn't get the fucking backlash that you get. Because these two women matches that I saw tonight was everything I have been asking and looking for on the main roster. This is it. That's all the fuck I asked, bro. Rhea Ripley feels like a brutal, aggressive ass woman. But she gotta wrestle a certain fucking style so she can kind of keep it PG enough so she can still be in magazines and shit. Io is athletically gifted as fuck, but she can't do all the fuck she can do in the ring because she gotta let these fucking women catch up to her. That's why Rhea and Io work because Rhea could do her style, Io could do her fucking style. Rhea could keep up with her, and then Io can take the punishment. That's why the fuck we love those two women together. When you add Bianca into the mix, it adds that same level. Bianca has the speed, the athleticism, and the fucking power to keep up with both of them. That's why that shit looks so great. The reason for why the wrestling situation is as tough and stiff as she is, Jade is starting to kind of have that same energy, where it's like she can keep up with people, and she has the physical ability to fuck you up. That's why I'm starting to kind of be like, okay, this is what I think Jade can be in fucking wrestling. This is perfect. She's starting to figure it out. When you watch these two women's matches tonight, two different matches, same undertone, fucking greatness. It was just the same old shit. It was the greatness of these women's wrestling matches that you understood. What I got from Zarya and Tatum Paxley is not the fuck I got from Kendall Gray and Lola Vice. And yet, I love both matches equally. I love both matches equally. The way I watch Lola Vice and Kendall Gray, I expected a technical, grappling exhibition. I expected a very, like, Lola is a striker, Kendall is a wrestler, a grappler, but Lola has an MMA background. Kendall is well versed in submissions. So is Lola Vice. Everything worked. They're technically the perfect partners for each other. Lola's a former MMA star, a former MMA fighter. Kendall's an actual, genuine fucking wrestler. They fucking work. like they fucking work. It works. Like, yeah, they fucking work. And I expected it to work. I expected it to look somewhat like their New York match. I expected it to, and that was a good fucking match. Holy fuck, that was one of the best matches I've seen. When was that? Earlier this fucking year? That match was so fucking good. That shit was good. Oh my god, that was one of the best matches I've seen all fucking year. Lola and Kendall work. They fit each other because Lola can go out there and handle herself the way she needs to, and Kendall can do what the fuck she needs to do. It fucking works. We've seen this now scenario with them in a one-on-one match. We've seen it now in triple threat matches. They have a sense of chemistry. Like I said, with Kalani and Soul, Kendall and Lola are the same. Their fucking energy, they got a chemistry. The wrestling soulmates. The wrestling soulmates. Kendall Gray and Lola Vice are fucking wrestling soulmates. They fucking work. It just does not matter where the fuck they're at. They're going to fucking work. Don't matter if you're the champ or I'm the challenger. It doesn't matter if the no title's on the line. They're going to fucking work. And that's what the fuck I got from this match. They just work. It just works. You could debate what match is better, this match tonight or the New York match. I'll probably go with the New York match just a little bit. I know people go with this match because the title was actually on the line. But like I've said numerous times about wrestling, sometimes the best matches don't need a title on the line. Zari and Tatum Paxley was a completely different match than Lola and Kendall. That was more aggressive. That was more of a physical. You don't. Again, we don't really see those types of women's matches in WWE. It's got to be a certain. It's got to be certain women that could do it, like Charlotte and Rhea, like Bianca and Rhea. Like there's got to be a certain level of trust in that situation, not from the two performers, but from the fucking company, because the company, the main roster of WWE, as I've said numerous times, is pussy. They're bitch made. They won't do it. They won't let them. They have a shackle on a lot of these performers that they know if we let them really go out there and fucking do what they really can do, shit'll be a different conversation. But they can't do it because they gotta abide by the rules and they gotta do this and they gotta. But Zari and Tatum Paxley, I didn't get a chance to watch that first match, but if it was like this, whoo, shit, this was fucking good. This was, man, I fell in love with this match. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was like, Lord have mercy. That shit was brutal. Like it was brutal. It was just rough. It was rough and it was good. I don't know what you do with Tatum Paxton. It seems like you want to move her up, but what do you do with her when she gets moved up? It's the same problem I got. Now Lola is a little bit free to do what she wants to do and go to the main roster, but I think Lola's gonna still be in NXT until Heat Wave. And I think Heat Wave is like at the end of August. Because again, it goes into what the fuck are you gonna do with them when they move to the main roster? Y'all, we just saw Blake Monroe debut on SmackDown. Like physically actually get in the ring and actually do something. She was in backstage segments, but she's never been in the physical ring until this last Friday. You realize Blake Monroe has been moved up since fucking WrestleMania? That was her first time in a ring, physically doing something in like 9 fucking weeks. So moving people, like I've said numerous times, turning people heel or face without a fucking rhyme or reason is very fucking stupid. And I feel the same way about moving people up to the main roster just because you just want them to get moved up to the main roster. If you have no plan in place for them, don't just move them up to the main roster. You have to have a reason for the shit. Like everybody's like, oh, Taylor Paxton's going to the main roster. Why? Lola Vice. Laura Van Curia just turned heel. If I am pretty sure Tatum Paxley is a face. Now, would she be a heel coming into the main roster? I can see it. I mean, you can swing it that way because again, the main roster fans are not NXT fans. This isn't like 2016, 2017. You know what I mean? Like it isn't like 2016, 2017, 2018. these fans that watch the business today aren't NXT fans. They're not NXT fans. They're fans of a person if you've heard about them. Like they fans were like people are fans of Stephanie Van Kerr because of the move, Devil's Kiss, and you heard Booker T, and you've seen clips on social media. Like you're fans of Fatal Influence because you saw them on social media. But you got to realize when Julia came out, we're not fans of Julia. Nobody knew who the fuck Julia was. You got to realize, yeah, people know who Javon Evans is because you saw him on social fucking media. You know what Trick is because his theme song and you've seen clips of him on social media. You know who Oba is because you've seen him do the strut on social fucking media. A lot of these people aren't fans of the actual price, the product. Maybe you know who Lola Vice is because of AAA or NXT, maybe because of who she's with. Maybe you know who she is because of that. But that's not really that many people that probably know who Lola Vice is casual wise. And same thing with Tatum Paxley. That's probably not too many people that know who the fuck Tatum Paxley. If Tatum Paxley came out on WWE television right now, let's say she comes out Monday night and help Lola Vice against Bailey. How many fucking fans will be like, oh shit, Tatum Paxley? How many? In the building, fuck social media. In the building, how many people would jump out their seat because Tatum Paxley came out? How many? How many? 10? Maybe 20? In a crowd of maybe thousands, maybe 100 people might be like, oh shit, Tatum Paxley. That's it. That's it. That's fucking it. Maybe 1,000 out of maybe 10,000, maybe roughly 8,000 people. Maybe 1,000 people might be like, "Oh shit, Tatum Paxley." That's about it. So again, bringing people up to the main roster just for fucking no reason at all, no real rhyme or reason to do it, just to bring them to the main roster because you think they should go up to the main roster, it doesn't make sense, bro. Like we gotta have actual, genuine understanding of why the fuck you're being moved up. What do you fit? Do you fit this storyline? Does it make sense to fit this storyline? I am sick and tired of moving people up, and you don't have a fucking reason, a rhyme or reason for having them moved up. Julia should not have been moved up as soon as she was moved up. She shouldn't have been moved up at all, to be honest with you. She should still be in NXT right now. Jordan Grace is the same. Jordan Grace should have been in NXT right now. And I'm not saying these women couldn't go on the main roster right now and do what they're doing now. But what the fuck are they doing now? It took you damn near a year to finally get Julia where the fuck she's at now. And I still don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with her with this Blake Monroe rivalry. Because you gotta make Blake Monroe an actual genuine threat to the women on SmackDown. She can't just go into a rivalry and lose to fucking Julia. Which hurts fucking Julia because she just turned face. So what the fuck are you doing? You should have had a plan in place for Julia. Moving her to SmackDown without a plan in fucking place was very stupid. Like I have said numerous times, if I was WWE, I would have moved Julia and Stephanie both to SmackDown. They have history. You could have had Stephanie and Julia team up, been a tag team, and then have Julia turn on Stephanie. Boom. You would have had an instant rivalry that would have fucking captivated at least SmackDown. You would have at least had two women at the main roster that you would at least gave a fuck about. You could have had one of them win the title from Tiffany, maybe Stephanie, or maybe Julia. Have Julia beat Tiffany going to WrestleMania, and it should have been Julia and Stephanie at fucking WrestleMania this past year, and not Stephanie and Liv. And you could have Liv beat Rhea. I don't give a fuck. Have Rhea, Liv, and fucking Io in a triple threat match, and you're gonna have Liv just pull out the victory at the last second because of the help on Judgment Day. You could have had something. You could have did something, and it just and this is why the roster is the way the fucking roster is. But this is why I have a hard time understanding why people just automatically scream, "Let's just move them up to the main roster." Someone that needs to get moved up to the fucking main roster is Kalani Jordan. She definitely needs to get moved up to the main roster, but she's not getting moved up to the main roster. And why is that? Because in their minds, they have no real reason to have her up there right now because she doesn't fit the plan. But Tatum Paxley does. This is the problem, and this is not a. This is just me sitting there thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is Tatum gonna do on the main roster? Laura Van Carrier just turned heel. Putting her with Laura Van Carrier at this moment would make no sense, especially if you know that Tatum Paxley is a face in NXT. What's the point? What's the rhyme or reason for that shit? I thought these two matches were incredible. It showed exactly what I said. NXT has the best women's division in wrestling. In fucking wrestling, bro. They're the best women's division in wrestling. There's not too many women that I can sit here and say flat out they can do what these women did tonight. Like I said, two different matches, but same result, which is incredible, incredible, incredible in-ring performances. Kendra Gray is not a new NXT Women's Champion. Zarya is still the NXT North American Champion. Obviously, this all needs to happen. I don't know what you do with Lola Vice. Like I said, I don't know. Moving her up to the main roster would make sense, kind of. But what are you doing with her? Where does she go if she goes to the main roster? Where is she going? Raw? SmackDown? Where is she going? Do you wait until after SummerSlam? Which again, like I said, she would be a great addition after Heat Wave in AAA. If you want to move her to the main roster in September with Tatum Paxley, so we would know now where the Laura Van Carrier Bailey story is going. Then you want to put Tatum Paxley in that? Okay, cool. But just moving them up to the main roster without a rhyme and fucking reason, they could end up like Blake Monroe, which is basically 9 weeks of build with no fucking real rhyme or reason until this past week. I don't want that shit for those girls. They don't deserve that shit. Those women don't deserve that shit. What they are doing in NXT is fucking insane. For them to get them moved to the main roster and have no rhyme or fucking reason to be there is insane. All in all, man, Great American Bash was way better than Night of Champions. fuck out, fuck out of here, man. It was way better. I knew it was gonna be better. I knew it was gonna be better. Um, Clearly the fucking crowd in the building was way fucking better. I mean, it was genuinely an NXT crowd because they were in NXT. They were in the Performance Center. It was an NXT crowd, so those are genuine fans, not some fucking paid fans or some fans that only bought tickets because they really had nothing to do with the fucking Monday night or that Friday or whatever the case may fucking be. Whenever the fuck they do a main roster show, so they decided to come and just they had nothing to do, so let's just go to a WWE event, even though we don't know shit about the fucking company outside of Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. This was the best thing you could have asked for. NXT Great American Bash was incredible. It was an amazing event. 7 matches. This is one of those events I would go back and rewatch. I got the CW app. When they posted, put it up there. I probably would go back and rewatch this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching it just purely because of I had to watch it to do the rating review show, but I probably would go back and just rewatch the show just because I love the show. I thought this was a good show. Like I said, compared to what I got yesterday from Night of Champions, uh, I was watching TNA also today. This was a very crazy day for wrestling. I mean, this whole weekend was nuts. You had Slammiversary with TNA today, which I heard it was actually good. I watched it. I watched some of the matches earlier before I got off there, but TNA was really good. Slammiversary, when I watched that Slammiversary, it was a dope event. Nick Nemeth won. I love I love Ultimate X as a match. So to see Amazing Red, Frankie Kazarian, Leon Slater, um, formerly Giovanni Vinci in WWE, he went out there and fucking balled and banged. That was a great match for that. Cedric Alexander, like I said, won the kept the X Division Championship. It feels like Leon Slater's out. He's about to go. Mike Santana. It's funny how people immediately was just like, ah, man, TNA, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Every year when people get released or leave or decide to go out the company, it turns into the worst thing on the planet. Everybody just loses their shit and is so ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Oh my god, the company's gonna die. Oh my god, these fucking wrestlers are leaving. I can't believe it. That's why I don't get fucking overly. I don't get on social media. I don't even do podcasts right away because first reactions are not always the best fucking reactions. It's just like, bro, like let's have a goddamn conversation. Do you really give a fuck if these wrestlers are going to another company or getting the fuck out their contracts? It is what it is, bro. I'd rather you go somewhere and actually be somewhat used than what the fuck you are doing clearly in the fucking company that you're in. If you don't think the company is actually doing anything for you, get the fuck out the company. That's what the fuck's supposed to happen. But I feel like a lot of people nowadays, just don't understand that shit. So every year when Slammiversary roll around, we need to know this. When WrestleMania rolls around, people are going to get people are either going to lose their job or their contract is not going to get renewed. And now every time TNA does Slammiversary, contracts are going to get either people are going to get out of contracts or leave the company, or whatever the case may be. I don't know what the release date would be for AEW. I don't know what event that would be. Excuse me. I'm assuming all in. I'm assuming all in. I can't really tell you because I don't really see too many people leave AEW when they get signed. Um, but TNA's anniversary. Okay, now I know people are going to leave the company either before or after TNA Slammiversary. I'm cool with that. I understand it. Now I got it. WrestleMania is the same. Every year WrestleMania rolls around, you need to know the Friday after Mania, people's contracts are either going to get not renewed or they're going to leave the fucking company. It's okay. It fucking happens. We don't need to lose our fucking minds. We don't need to burn fucking bridges. We don't need to set shit on fire because the contracts are fucking going the fuck out the window and people could go wherever the fuck they want. This is what y'all have been begging for. You don't want wrestling monopolies. So now you're crying about fucking people leaving companies. It's like, no, they need to leave. Like, that's what the fuck the point of having multiple companies are for. If I'm not getting what I deserve here, I need to go somewhere and get what the fuck I deserve somewhere else. So I don't like that. I hate that. I despise when people jump out the window. Oh my god, that company's gonna lose. Oh my god, that company don't know shit. Oh my. It's like, bruh, let's just fucking wait and see. Can we do that? Is that hard? Is it really that fucking difficult to do that? But I guess so. I fucking guess so. Anyway, yeah, Great American Bash was good, man. I would prefer go watch. I would not go rewatch Night of Champions by no stretch of the imagination. But this was good. This was fucking good. Next rate review show, like I said, will be SummerSlam. So yeah. Yeah, next rate review show will be SummerSlam. So get ready for that. Um yeah, next rate review show will be SummerSlam. So get ready for that. Um NXT, I think it's Heatwave. So yeah. I'll be back this week with Wrestling Life. Obviously, it's all about that. It's all about everything going on in wrestling later on this week. But also, Forbidden Doors going on right now in AEW, which that's going on. So I only match I want to see on AEW Forbidden Door was Swerve and Will Ospreay, which I'm assuming is the main event, which makes sense because it needs to be. So yeah. But all in all, this was really good, really fucking good. Yeah. So peace.